Welcome to Spectrum Health Ludington Hospital, where their customer service and individualized, patient-centered care meets community needs. In an environment where state-of-the-art medical technology is combined with a full range of friendly caring services, they provide primary and specialist offices, inpatient hospital care, experienced surgical teams, women's health, and rehabilitation. Spectrum Health is guided by their core values of compassion, excellence, integrity, respect, and teamwork. It also helps to know their services are backed by the expertise of one of the nation's leading health systems.
I'm a phlebotomist, and
What is a phlebotomist?
a fancy name for a blood drawer. We collect just about anything that any doctor would want to get a sample of.
What's your day look like?
Well, meeting all different types of people, for one, from babies to very elderly people, which is very fun. You know, the people that come in and they love you and, you know, they're like, oh, I want Heather today, and that's a nice part of the job.
So what are the skills for success that you'd say that you need for being a phlebotomist and working in the lab?
Communication is probably your number one key, whether that be with your coworkers or the patients. Body language even also. Greeting patients at the door with a smile, because a lot of times they're here not feeling well.
What would you say to somebody who's really interested in becoming a phlebotomist or working in a lab?
If you're interested in healthcare, they have an allied health program that you can come and check out the lab, see what we do here. We will train on the job, which is nice for people just fresh out of high school.
What are the opportunities when it comes to careers in healthcare?
A ton, whether it's CAT scan, ultrasound, nursing, laboratory. Healthcare is just one thing that we can count on.
Over our 50-year history, we've been successful in providing healthcare services to the area, going from 1,000 families now to 30,000 individuals with over 100,000 visits annually.
The federally qualified health clinics are located in the medically underserved population. The one nice thing about a federally qualified health clinic, we're kind of like the Myers of the medical and dental industry. We have everything under one roof. We have medical doctors here, we have dentists here, behavioral health. We have now vision in our White Cloud office. And then, of course, we have our pharmacy. Most of the people, when they come here, they get the full service.
The whole reason for the beginning of the health center is because of community effort and the understanding that we needed to bring healthcare services to a very rural and isolated area. The impact that Baldwin Family Healthcare has made as providing healthcare services had extreme growth and has been an economic engine for the small towns and villages along M37, western part of central lower peninsula Michigan.
Through the years, medicine keeps changing dramatically. The knowledge we have, the medicines, the technology, and so Family Healthcare has brought that again into the community here, so it is accessible.
I mean, just in our facilities alone, like I said, we started off with 1 or 2 operatories or dental rooms for treatment in Baldwin, and every one of our facilities now has anywhere from 8 to 10. I mean, if you walked into our clinic right now, you wouldn't believe all the equipment we have available to treat people.
Truly care for the people beyond just them being a number, and I think we've done a good job in doing that, caring for people, for the whole person, and just seeing us continue to provide that kind of care is going to be key.
The uniqueness of the health center is that it has a group of individuals who have a heart for the mission, and that mission is to serve. And we serve all people at all income levels, whether they work, live, or play in the area. We're open to everyone.
Within healthcare, there's a lot of in-demand health positions that we have available. One of the big ones for us is an RN, a registered nurse, and that's a position that we use all throughout the healthcare system, both on the inpatient side, so taking care of people who need to stay in the hospital overnight, but also people on the outpatient side, so maybe in doctor's offices and things of that nature. A registered nurse requires either a 2-year degree, which is an associate's degree, but actually we now prefer that you go and get a bachelor's degree, which is a 4-year degree. So nursing, there are many schools of nursing in the state of Michigan. You also get to work in places like the emergency department. So if you're someone who likes excitement, or to see things like patients who require help after maybe a car crash, or maybe are having a heart attack, a little bit like what you see on TV. So those are just a couple of the fun things you get to do. Nursing is I'll elaborate a little bit. I'm actually a nurse and have been a nurse for over 20 years. But I'm also the hospital president. And so there are a lot of opportunities for nurses to do things aside from taking care of people. We use them in all sorts of different ways in the hospital and in healthcare, as far as, being leaders like myself, looking at our quality data. So, things like that, as well as, there's a whole host of things that you can do as an RN. So lots of opportunity, lots of possibilities. And that's something that I've really enjoyed about being a nurse is, I like change and I like to look for new things to do. And so every couple of years I've been able to take on a new role and learn something new. And so it's been fun for me to be a nurse. For me, the best part about being a nurse is just being able to provide, to make someone's day, to be able to provide them comfort, maybe when they're having the worst day of their lives, or, to be able to be at their bedside, to really kind of help them through a tough situation. Maybe they've been diagnosed with something like cancer. And so that is just a real gift. Medical assistants are the folks that you typically see when you're in a physician office. They're the ones that, kind of take you back to your room, and they help, take your blood pressure and your temperature and those kinds of things. Really, they're kind of that right-hand person for that physician or APP, advanced practice provider, that they serve. And so their job is really to, again, get that physician through the day and take care of patients, get them in the rooms and then get them out of the rooms, but also to follow up on all of those types of things like prescription refills or lab values. And so they're kind of the ones that really kind of set that physician or PA or nurse practitioner up for success, and really kind of overseeing the care of all of the patients that they have in their office. So also a really cool job. We have lots of openings for those two roles, and they're very high demand. All of our physician practices, throughout the state require a medical assistant. And again, we have lots of hospitals that require nurses. So it is absolutely an in-demand field. And as you all saw, even through COVID, we were still going to work every day because people still need care. And so, this is not something that we can maybe outsource to a computer or that can be done, via a Zoom meeting. So it is something that, I feel like the workforce for nursing and for medical assistants are both very, very stable. So it's a good career.
I'm the IT site manager for Ludington and Gerber Hospitals, and what I do is I manage the delivery of all IT services. The computers and the laptops, the server, networking, applications, we manage that here.
So what's your day-to-day look like for that job?
The number one thing that we're doing is planning for the future. We're bringing in Office 365, we're moving to the cloud, right? So those are bringing a lot of changes as well.
A lot of times when I'm thinking hospital, I'm thinking medical, we think nurses, we think doctors, but we don't always think technology. We don't think data closets, right? So how large of a team do you work with?
We have a combination of roles of technicians, technical analysts, engineers. If you think about any kind of medical equipment in a hospital, all that stuff has to be maintained so that we can be sure that there won't be any issues.
What type of skills do you need in your job? What are some critical skills?
We're IT, right? So technology, I think it's a critical skill for everyone, not just the people that are going to go into IT.
What is it like to be an employee in Spectrum here in Ludington, and what are the opportunities that you're able to take advantage of?
So Spectrum Health has a tuition reimbursement program. You can go to college, you can even go out and get certifications, whatever kinds of things you might want to do. We're always looking for ways to really empower our people in their jobs. The thing I love about healthcare is there is so much you can do, and you know that you're always helping people, right? Because you can see that impact on a daily basis.
I work in plant, part of the hospital that maintains it, keeps it running.
When it comes to maintenance though, you guys are responsible for making this building work.
Oh yeah, because you got your heating and cooling, the HVAC guy, electrician, and sometimes it could be a painting job.
So every day is a little different, but
Yep.
your job is to make sure that this facility runs the way it needs to run so people are taken care of. What would happen if there was no maintenance at the hospital?
It wouldn't be open.
So what are some really important skills that you need to have in order to be part of the maintenance team here?
Your work schedule gets so big, so you gotta be real flexible in what you do.
Because you might get a job order in the middle of another job
Yes.
that might take priority and you gotta jump off of that and hurry up somewhere else.
Yes, there's always something to do. It's a good thing to start a project and to finish a project and people say that you did a good job. That's nice to hear.
What advice would you give to a high school student looking at jumping out in a career? They're not exactly sure what they want to do, but they like working with their hands. What would you say to them?
Take a positive note and just jump into a field and give it a try. And always ask questions.
Spectrum Health's inpatient rehabilitation program at Reed City Hospital is located in Reed City, Michigan, a quaint community known for its scenic bicycle and hiking trails and small-town community. Our inpatient rehabilitation program at Spectrum Health Reed City Hospital is located within the Rehab and Nursing Center and provides short-term subacute rehabilitation designed to help patients recover from surgery, serious injury, or illness. Our private and semi-private rooms have a bathroom, telephone, cable TV, and storage space for personal items. The interactive whiteboard is for both you and family to record your care team, schedule, goals, medications, and other information that is meaningful and valuable for your recovery. Your journey to recovery begins in our rehabilitation gym, which features equipment such as parallel bars, ramp, and staircase, all designed for safe skill practice and to help you regain mobility skills. Our working kitchen offers a place to practice daily activities, designed to help you prepare for your transition home. This kitchen allows you to practice navigating the kitchen environment and preparing a family meal. You will also enjoy delicious and nutritious meals in our dining room, which also functions as a multi-purpose area for you to participate in recreational activities or visit with family and friends. Our community room provides a quiet space for our team to discuss your plan of care with you and your family. We also host a number of recreational therapy activities, including craft projects and Wii games. We have 2 beautiful therapeutic gardens with wheelchair-accessible flower beds. The gardens allow you to work on stretching, bending, and other functional activities while you enjoy a beautiful country view. Here, you will find a quiet and healing space for mind, body, and spirit. We also have a wheelchair swing, so patients can enjoy swinging in the beautiful setting. During your stay, you may be greeted by one of our resident cats. We also have visits from dogs and cats that are trained in pet therapy. Our Rehab and Nursing Center is led by a dedicated team committed to helping patients reach their therapeutic goals and regain their functional independence. We look forward to working with you and your family to achieve meaningful goals and to return you to the activities you enjoy.